Gata. Shall we speak English or Romanian? Hai să ne spurcăm gura cu engleză, nu? Da. Ok. Today we want to work on some kind of game. We don't know exactly what it does. We have an idea. So let's try to see what will happen. github.com new. Let's go forward up public. So Maria, what was the name of the game? And just a second.
I didn't think about a name actually, but it can be something like
What if it was a mushroom?
yeah, mushroom journey, mushroom trip. No, yeah, that's
Yeah,
better.
mushroom trip. Trip. Yeah, that sounds like a perfect game to play. Yeah. Hello, everyone. If you have any question, by the way, about what we are doing here, we are, by the way, live on YouTube as well, on Join All Up, and on YouTube you can see the code that we are doing, and over here on TikTok you can ask any question about the life of a web developer and how to get hired and how to start from zero experience, whatever. Where are you from? I'm from Romania, and I currently live in London. I have been living in London for the past 11 years, I'll say. So I've got this one. Since it's public, you should be able to connect to it. So mushroom trip, right?
Yeah.
Let's open the terminal. Zoom. And change to directories up. And let's npx create React app. I want to see how React app is because I haven't used it for a long time. So maybe they've made some changes since React 18.
In what?
In the index.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are a bit of changes. I told you to create root.
Those ones, no TypeScript for the moment. And then I want to change cd in the last argument, which is mushroom trip. And I want to open Visual Studio Code with whatever it is there and run yarn start. I would say. Let's see what happens. So by the way, Idrisip, where are you from? Type in the chat. Hello, Indiana. And by the way, let's also bring the YouTube one over here. Let's keep the YouTube chat. YouTube join all up. I hope it's public. Yeah, I can see it's public. Let's kill the sound. And let's pop out chat. Yay. And we got chat here. And we can see if anybody asks questions on YouTube. So, where are we, Maria, so far?
So far, you created the React app, right?
Yes, I did. And then we need to link it to
GitHub.
Something didn't work as expected. We are running create, which is behind. Okay, npm install -g React app. Yes. Apparently it was a different version, or I just run this, come on. And then get the latest instructions. Well, those are the latest instructions, so this is what I'm doing. So weird. npm uninstall -g create react app. Okay, nvm list. I think it's somewhere. Wow, I have so many of them. Probably it's in one of them. Okay, so let's try this. Nvm install 18. nvm alias default 18. nvm remove 16. nvm list. Maybe it works like this. Install, run, use, remove. Uninstall. Apparently works. See, I got this body over here, kind of hinted it to me. So I've uninstalled 14, hopefully all of them. And now nvm list. Well, 14 wasn't uninstalled. Okay. And now we should be fine. Okay. So now npm I -g create react app. And then create mbx create react app mushroom trip. I think it's working. Let's see, maybe we need to show some more. How do you switch? How do you flip? Maria,
Yeah.
do you see the flip camera here?
1 second. You mean like what, on the TikTok live? No.
Yeah, just want to show the code, more or less like this. Wow. What was that?
Some people can just join. I mean,
Okay.
everyone can just join, basically, I think.
Anyway, come on, where's the flip thing? I don't see it. Maybe you don't have a flip camera. Anyway, leave it like this. Yay. No, let's. Now I don't see the chat, so somebody else has to look at the chat if needed. Anyway, let's continue. We've created the app, and so far I can change into it. Change into mushroom. and code. Okay, so if we are to run this one, yarn start, we don't have yarn, npm I minus g yarn, yarn start. Let's see what happens now. Yay, where's not the port? Yes. Okay, we got 3001. And now if we are to live share this among us, okay, over here and on our general, no, almost. Copy again, paste. You get the live share on the Discord channel. I'll be waiting for both of you.
Tap flip. Apparently you can flip it. Do you see any flip, like literally flip button at the right corner of the camera screen? Top right corner.
Top right.
There should be something with flip.
I don't see it. Let's mind our business here. Let's code. We'll figure out TikTok in time.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do we have so far? We got an app, and let's look into index.js because it might be a bit new. Okay, so we got React strict mode that drops up, and root render. Root is document create root. Okay. Root is this one. Okay, create root is create root. Okay, so in theory we could do this, right? And this would be query selector hash render here. Okay, and we go into public index.html. We find root and we change it. Now, since we are here, let's see description. Can you change this one, Maria? Try to use a few words for the description, and I'll do the title. So let's see title. Mushroom on a trip. Okay. So we got React that renders there. We don't need web vitals at the moment. And we don't need the CSS. And app is just outside, so we don't need app at the moment. And since we don't need all of this, we can remove it. Okay, we don't need this logo either. Okay, now let's see. We got index.js, which I would like to be JS6. And we don't have app. So let's create a new folder component. And inside this one, app. Not apple, app. And then file index.js6. Well, actually JS. And then let's do an app.js6. And since we are here, let's open a new terminal and add yarn, add styled components for mic and yup if we need it, and probably other ones later on. Hello. Now let's see almost installed. So while that one happens, as here const up is a function, and this function, by the way, let's go for free press. Yay, because now it's better on the live one. And I haven't checked if there are any messages. Okay, that's one, this another on YouTube. So I got this up. Let's return something inside it, maybe like a div and an h1. This is up and the main, and inside it a paragraph. This is content. Okay, and then are you returning the default or okay? Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that you started with const, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
cool.
I suppose.
So let's now do some styling. I would say up dot style dot js import styled from style components, and then what else do we do? Export const up equals styled of div, and inside it let's do a border of 1 pixel solid red, and if it works, it works. So in up, let's import everything as style from up style, and then maybe use it around this div. And since it's all in up and it's exported as default, I see that you've already done that one, and this one is not, actually it is. Just a second, I'm thinking we got an index here, but we don't have an index in component, so let's do an index.js in component and export from up space up. Okay, so now I got up from this index, and if you have to go over here, we only need component. Okay, so now it should work, right? Hopefully. Or not. Okay, maybe I need to restart the server. Where is it running from terminal, or no, it's not from here, which means it's from here. Yay. Let me think about it. Wait. Where are the other ones? Okay, here. Close it. Here. Close it. Mushroom tip. That's the only one now, which means if I run it again, yay, localhost 3000. And this is up and this is content. So we got it at least in Toshe that it's working. Now, Maria, let's start with readme, right?
Yeah.
Let's figure out what we want to build. Mushroom on a chip. And maybe we start with some basic ideas. And you can start writing some either points or paragraphs, whatever you think it's appropriate. Doesn't really matter. I'll do here a table of contents. Okay. This goes on GitHub. Yeah. So table of contents and make out basic idea. And then let's do one basic idea, and we wrap it in this. And then like this, hash basic idea, lowercase, and dash. Hopefully it works. Yeah, it does work. Okay, so just like this one, we'll have. Maria, can you hit a few enters?
Where?
Where
Here?
you are? Yeah, that's cool. I got back to top. Ilya, by the way, are you on this one?
She seems to be, but I'm not sure where.
Okay, so we got back to top. And if you go on basic idea and back to top, yeah, it does work. So we got a nice navigation system in here. Okay, what else do you want to write about this project? Maybe we want to write like
Technologies.
used. So if we do this, no, you don't have to type it. I'll do it for you. Because I got it in copy paste. See? And technologies used. And maybe here we want to enumerate what would it be? JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and create React app and React. Okay. Then maybe later on we might want to do libraries. And I got probably libraries here. Just for make styled components. What else is there? Yup. At some point we'll have also testing library React and others. Redux, we haven't mentioned it yet. I'm not sure if we will have Redux. We'll figure it out. Actually, we can use Redux directly from React. We don't need to install the extra library as long as we provide the context, right? So we can try to do that as well. We don't need an extra library. So now how does it look like? See, it also has back to top. Technologies used. We need a few back to tops more. Okay, over here one, and over here one. Yay. So this would be a basic idea, right? Basic idea, basic info about the project. The mushroom trip project. Yay. Let's add all of them. And did we also add a remote? Does it have a remote?
I don't remember if we did that. I don't think we did.
Remote minus v. No, I don't have it. Remote. Add origin git at github.com :audio p / mushroom trip, right? Okay. Git push -u origin. Hey, are we on master or main? We are on main. Main. Okay. Let's see. And we've got our project live and it's public for anyone who follows to look at it, play with it, clone it, inspect it, find out how it works. Let's see if we have any questions over here. How do you see questions?
There are no questions. I checked as well. Like no comments.
No comments.
Some people liked you though. Oh, Alex Stemar says salut.
Salut, Alex. Salut. Hello. Cool. So we got mushroom trip, and so far it doesn't do much. So far it does. It used to do.
Alex is also asking ce-ți trebuie ca să începi, what you need so that you can start.
Okay. Let's answer this one in Romanian and probably in English as well afterwards. Deci, Alex, ca să încep, ce trebuie un calculator în principal. Ideal să fie mediu spre bun, adică nici de când era bunica fată mare. Conexiune bună la internet, dacă o să vrei să urmărești tot felul de video, tot felul de informații și nu vrei să fii, să zicem, împiedicat prea mult în performanța ta de faptul că trebuie să aștepți ori după internet să descarce, ori după calculator să ruleze. Cam asta ar fi ideea. Și după care, multă voință. Dacă ai vrea să activezi în zona asta în care suntem noi, ar trebui să ai și drept de muncă în Anglia. Și dacă nu, măcar cumva să faci să-ți rezolvi ei, să zicem, legalitatea de a lucra în Anglia. Ce ar însemna aia. Cam asta ar trebui ca să poți să începi să lucrezi, să practici la ceva și mai târziu, când ai experiență mai multă, să începi să aplici la angajări. Mai e și varianta de freelancer. În varianta de freelancer, nu în varianta de angajare, poți să începi să câștigi mult mai repede bani, însă și câștigurile vor fi mai mici la început pentru freelancer. Deci, probabil că sute, 200, 300, 500, nu știu exact cât o să însemne fiecare proiect, dar gândește că proiecte de începător, răsplată de începător. Ok. Deci cam atât îți trebuie. Un calculator, conexiune la internet, ideal, e o engleză la nivel de bază comunicativ, cum s-ar zice. Dacă nu, puneți ca prioritate să înveți engleza, ai foarte mult ajutor din partea lumii întregi în engleză și în română ai și acolo ajutor, însă cred că nici 10% din ce găsești în engleză. Ok, now I'll switch back to English. Hopefully that was a good answer. So Alex was asking about what's required to start. A basic computer, ideally medium to performant, definitely a medium to good internet connection, and either a lot of time or a lot of will, definitely. I would say starting as a web developer, it's easy. It becomes harder later on, so don't get scared. As long as you pass, let's say, the basics, what is HTML, what are tags, how does HTML link together with CSS so you can create beautiful interfaces, then how do you make them dynamic by adding some JavaScript as a beginner, as a more advanced one. So based on your knowledge, your experience, and your effort that you can bring inside a company or for a client, that's how also the reward will be reflected. So it's let's start. We got this up, and good question, by the way. Marian Senier. Hello, Marian Senier. So Maria, let's see what you wrote inside the README.
So I said that there should be like a mushroom-like character, Hugo. I was thinking of the name.
A mushroom character, Hugo. Okay.
Yeah, enters through a door from the left side of the screen and stops in the middle of a room to have a chat with you. Then an arrow will be displayed pointing to a different room at the top of the screen. And upon click, he will basically just start his journey in the forest.
Where's the forest located?
Outside of that room. So basically, the room is like a background for everything.
Okay.
And then the forest, some like bits and pieces of forest will be like, again, background instead of that room.
Okay, so is it like left, right, up, down? Where's the forest?
So first he starts from the left.
Okay.
That's how he comes in. He stops in the middle, like in the center, basically, and then he goes up.
Okay,
and
up.
he comes from down, basically, when he gets in the forest. And then again, maybe there will be some chat.
That's okay, because we can figure out the direction later on. So far enters a door. I'm not sure how we would represent a door. We can use a PNG or try to fake a door with I don't know, with CSS or some icon. What idea do you have? No, just like what idea do we have? How do you do the mushroom? How do you...
Yeah, about the mushroom, I was thinking to maybe just look for something online at the moment, like a picture, and then maybe at some point like draw something if I want to.
Actually, you can do a CSS mushroom quite quickly. I can do that for you if you want to. So the Hugo is the character who's the mushroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a mushroom Hugo. Enters through a door. I'm not sure about the door. What do you think? Or Julia, do you have any ideas? Ta-dum.
Yeah, I was on mute. I don't know, maybe just you can use coding and say it's a rectangle
Yeah, you
with
could
a
use a
shadow
rectangle
on it, or just use a
and,
picture
and, and
of
skew it.
PNG.
We can use a rectangle. That's a nice idea, and skew it, right?
Yeah,
And when you skew it, it becomes like distorted a bit, and it looks like it's a bit 3D. So we can play with the values a bit to see like the
yeah,
border
and you
on
can
this
also
side
use the border, the
on this
groove
side.
or something to make it more 3D,
So we
or
can try
inset
this.
or outset, something like that.
We can try this. Otherwise, a PNG probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or PNG.
Who's the
different
mushroom
ideas.
chatting with? Me, but
With
who's
the
me? Am I like a virtual person, or like am I a character as well? How did you thought about it? It can be anything. It's your fault. I'm just asking.
Well, I was thinking to be just simply like "Hello, my friend," not a name, not something. Just to be like anyone that would try to.
I like a message.
Yeah, it's just a message for anyone that would try to interact with that mushroom, and then the mushroom just takes you on the journey. You just have to click, basically. That's
Okay,
what I was
so
thinking.
you
That you
got the
just
chat.
click in general, like everywhere.
We need a bubble chat. Because in the bubble chat, there will be a message, and maybe we can create some animation of it.
Yeah.
Maybe the words come in one after another. We will see. Right? So I got bubble chat.
I was thinking that even in the bubble chat to have like an arrow or something so that you have your own time to read and then you can skip to the next chat and then when it's done, the bubble just closes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he exits either up or right. Hugo, the mushroom.
Up is better than right.
Let's see. I'm gonna create Hugo. What do you wanna create? What do you want to work on? Maybe the door, like she mentioned, or the enters through a door inside the room. Who's the room? Is there a room? Or
The room should be just the background where the door will be like on top.
And is it like white background or does it have a pattern? Because if it's a room, you can think that you can represent that room, for example, with like a chessboard. When you think of the floor, yeah. So think of maybe you can work on some kind of chessboard, and if you want a quick trick here, could be to use CSS patterns for backgrounds, because you might get like one of those ones where the background repeats in squares, either black and white, or one of them is black and there's a huge white background beneath it. Whatever the logic would be, I'm thinking more like it says it's a room, right? So kind of give that idea. And once we got this one, if we are to try to, I don't know, distort it with perspective, it looks like it goes further down. And then we can put the doors left and right, or left and up, or whatever. So do some research on how do you do some kind of pattern. It doesn't have to be let's start with that one, but if you find a different pattern that you can look at it and say, wow, this is like a floor.
Yeah.
Use any CSS background patterns. And you, Julia, let's see. Let's build this mushroom character Hugo. Right? So inside component, I'll create a new folder, Hugo.
By the way, Alex answered you. He said he has a right to work in England.
Yeah.
Okay. We got time to chat anyway, because I'm gonna dedicate more or less the rest of the month until the 1st of August, when we'll start with our first team from 0 to 50 or from 0 to 100,000. And we got time. We got time to meet each other. We got time to talk. We got time to see where everybody is, and if you need to start in an accelerated way, like rocket boost your career, or if you had all the time in the world, and maybe you wanna take it slower or whatever, we'll figure it out. So we got Hugo, right? Julia. I'll create here an index and the style file, and you can start with the component one that will be imported inside the index, and we'll also import the style, something from the style one, right? Okay, and hugo.style.js. Okay. And did you create that file? Because I don't see it here. I'll create it.
I don't see things in real
That's okay.
time.
We got all of them now. So you worry about Hugo, and it's not ESX. Wait. JSX. Okay, Hugo JSX. And I'll worry about the rest of them. So command B, import styled from style components, and export const. This will be Hugo. Styled. It's a div. Hey, Marianne, come over here. Come over here. Say hello. You have to come over here and say hello. They hear you in one of the microphones, either that one or that one.
This one.
I think the camera is like looking in that direction.
Yeah, it's okay. Just say hello.
Oh, yeah.
Here, Marianne. Come.
Hello.
Cool. Maybe you can go to your room and follow us, right?
Yeah, I already saw the stream. I was like in the background over here. Myself in the stream.
So Hugo needs to be a mushroom, Julia. So I'm thinking a mushroom should have something like a head, right? Something like a novel.
Like an umbrella.
Yeah. Then maybe like again something like a body, a novel, and then some kind of spots on it, right? So yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay. I'm going to questions about.
Wow.
Hey, so let's do for this one a width of 100%, not 100%, maybe 250 pixels, and the height. It doesn't really matter. We can change it later. It's only to show. And then if we also do a border of 5 pixels solid and green, and then a BGC, and this one will be C00 like a red, and we can probably look at Hugo soon, how it looks like. So we got this style, and you should have added star as import everything. Then you rename everything as letter S, and then from wherever, and it's not. Oh,
Okay,
undo.
what the heck is doing?
It's Hugo.style.
Yeah, I was trying that style, but
And-
it's doing anything else but that.
It's okay. It's doing it now. And here export default as Hugo from Hugo. Okay.
Hugo, what does Hugo do?
It's a function, so Fataru.
Okay.
No, you don't do the Fataru like that. Just a second. Let's explain. Okay. This is where we cache computation. Then this is equal, and this is expression in JavaScript. Okay. I think you get it right. Anyway. one is on the left, one is on the right. Almost. See? So over here we just say like const, var, let, whatever, right? However, this doesn't do any action. This is just a way for us to let's say, take the value of this expression and assign it to kind of a pointer or a caching value or some way for us to be able to go back to this value whenever we need it later at a later time. So every time you do some kind of you write some kind of code in JavaScript and you want to cache a value, use the equal sign to assign whatever the value of this expression is on the right side to the one on the left side. So in this case, just a second, we'll almost. So if we look at it like this, see, now this is the left side where we cache this expression here. Whatever the value of this expression is, we'll cache it inside Hugo. It could be 2 as a number or any kind of number. And then we cache this number inside Hugo, and every time we call Hugo, we'll get that number. In our case, we want to create a function. So hopefully that was some good insights for you, Julia. Okay, so I got Hugo. And inside the body, what do we want to do? Do you remember?
Return or something. Return if it has many values, and we can skip return if only has one value or one condition.
I didn't get anything out of that, but let's just return. So the idea is I'm going to try to explain this one, Julia, to you, and try to focus on the explanation, or at least to understand what I'm about to share with you, because later on maybe we can help others as well with the same knowledge. The idea with this return, and somebody is over here. Chase, can you click away for a second? I'm Chase.
Oh, she's Chase.
She's Chase. Okay. So
yeah, I'm a parkour cat.
The idea is that if you type return inside the function like that, and then you hit, let's just hit enter, right? We hit enter, and then let's do const a equals 2, right? Now, because return is on this line over here, and return sees nothing after it, it will end the function, and this no longer happens, right? In order for this to happen, you'd have to move some of this expression at least up here. See, something like this might work. So
just one.
The idea is to indicate, to return that this line has not finished. This line, just a second, who's typing there?
I missed click.
This line did not finished. That's our message. That's the intent of our message. Look, I'm gonna write some more, and you shouldn't close the function, because I'm gonna give you more content, right, in multiple lines. So for this, we could do like you remember when you're using div like this with Emmet, right? So, and some content here. Okay, so we got this, right? Now, if we move this entire thing here, what happens?
It stops on line 5 and doesn't execute
Exactly.
line 6.
So one thing that we could do, actually, let's add some more over here. Let's add a hash one, h1. What's that? Wrap, right? Wrap. H1. Okay, because now it's easier to see, right? We have it on multiple lines. It starts to look more and more like a normal scenario with HTML,
but
right?
you need brackets, right? That's why it's complaining.
Yeah, that's okay, but that's the point. If you put it here, it's going to let's say not return the entire value. However, this looks nice, right? It's not. You can easily read the code.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we could do is, let's remove this spacing and just add this one to the top, and that's it. Right now it works. Why? Because return sees that some string has begun, and it's looking for more parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks for the closure of that.
However, for us, the humans, not the computer, the computer doesn't care about this. It's not looking nice, because now it's like everything will be nicely arranged, but those two will be off all the time.
Yeah.
So in order to fix this, we can use the parentheses for arguments, and we can use parentheses in JavaScript to also group. So the only reason we use round parentheses now is because we want to group, right? So when you save it, see, now these round parentheses acts like, hey, return, this hasn't finished. So continue reading and executing code until you find my matching pair. So when you find the other one, this is where it finishes, at least in this example. Hopefully that was a good insight. And if you liked it, definitely subscribe, share, talk to your friends. We can
Follow
help you
on
out.
TikTok.
Follow on TikTok and on YouTube. Join Wow Dope. Cool. And now, Julia, you are also using over here, you're importing everything from Hugo Style into this S. So maybe you want to use instead of div that S over here.
Could you repeat?
There is a div on line 5 and 8, and we might want to make use of the S and something from that object S. So instead of the div. But don't replace everything.
Okay. Instead of the
Just the
div.
div. Okay. Well, it's nothing wrong anyway. Don't worry. I was just intending to kind of tell you that sometimes you need to pay attention to what's communicated, because we might be in a hurry, but it might not be exactly what's expected. So, yeah.
It's not about hurry. It's about the internet connection, and sometimes not all the information arrives at my end.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. dragoșcătălin.ro joined. Hello, Dragos. Are you a coder as well, or just own a web page? Hello. Anyway, we can also visit his website, dragoșcătălin.ro. That's a good way to help him out. So let's hope he has a good website. dragoșcătălin.ro. Hello, Dragos. I think I've seen some of your comments. Like, he has a zoom on the picture. That's nice, and also kind of a background. Okay, so it's hiding with a mask over here. Hello, I'm Dragoș Cătălin, software developer. Use creativity to explore your full potential and build a better world. This is more or less like my catchline.
Yeah, on GitHub.
So, Dragoș, I'm not sure if you're following, but if you do, pretty nice catchline. I don't know why I like it. Yeah, so let's see. There's an about here. Find out what I've been. And there's probably some projects over here. Go to website, NFT base. So this is NFT. A lot of NFT. Web3. Portfolio. Okay, so this is the portfolio and blog. There's nothing on blog yet. And contact, not working. But good job so far. You got a pretty good start over here. He also has a back to top, which is working. I haven't checked the links, but I can find GitHub. Yay. I see you just started last year a bit, and then this year again. So you kind of took a long break. Hopefully, whatever was the problem, you solved it, and now you can focus more on coding. So if we are to take this page, dragoșcătălin.ro, and throw it to Google page speed. Let's see what we get out of it. You can watch us on YouTube, by the way, if you want to see what exactly we are typing in here. I mean, this kind of action in coding. Where's the coding part? Yeah. Hey, coding gone run away. So, 86, that's a good one. And desktop even better as far as I can see, 100%. Well done. Well done. Come on. Why doesn't it switch to mobile? It was not. Anyway, let's look inside here. View page source. Okay. C, DNG, Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap 5. Polyfills. Okay. This might be. Could this be Next.js or is just underscore next? Not sure if it's Next.js or underscore next. You also have an SVG here. Yeah, okay. It's probably the thing that sits on top of the image with the animation at the bottom. It's like it looks like there is a polygon over there, I would say. Yeah, I haven't seen for a long time code clean like this one, so well done. And what's this on next data? Yeah, it might be Next.js. I think this is how it exports it, probably. Okay. Good one so far. Keep it going, Catherine. How about we go back to our mushroom? I see you've done this is floor, right? So Julia, I'll keep this let's say browser on this side so you can see how our mushroom gets alive, comes alive. I would say, not gets alive. Okay, and then we got coding over here. So, Hugo. If we are to zoom out just a tiny bit, what's going on? Okay. Go to Hugo. So Hugo says that width and height, that's a border and background color C00, and I don't see background color working for whatever reason. Any idea, Julia, why the background color is not working? Hugo is a div. Are we using Hugo anywhere? Quick question. We are exporting Hugo.
Yeah, we are exporting it.
And inside app, we are not using Hugo.
We are using it here, but I think it's
Where are you using Hugo right now?
it's not on the screen.
Where
Wait, I can see it in Hugo JSX as Hugo. That's what you mean? Or you mean like the Hugo component itself?
Yes, the Hugo
the
component
Hugo
itself.
component
It's not
itself.
used.
No, it's not used.
So you cannot see it. Okay, Hugo. However, now we should see it. Look. It's definitely Hugo.
Definitely a mushroom.
In
No
a
doubt.
weird way. It's a weird mushroom.
Yeah,
On
drama.
mushrooms.
Come on, Hugo. Come on. Come over here.
My
Okay.
floor says just this is floor.
Yes. At least I got the red and green works kind of well because some mushrooms are like greenish, right? So let's see.
Yeah, I guess.
How about the border radius?
You can use blue as well, like light blue.
Yay! Now I got something else. Now let's play with this 150. Huh? 100. Kind of a mushroom, right? Or even better, border top left radius. Yay! Border top right radius. And then instead of top we do bottom. And we got left and right. And now we can play with false ones, maybe reduce it.
You didn't add the live server, right? Because I have to refresh every time to see changes.
Yay! Did I? Not. Okay, in the share screen. In the share something. Wow, I need to play with false windows. Okay, localhost. This one goes away. And this one is here. So it's localhost 3000, right?
Yeah, but I have to share
can
to
stop it.
refresh every time.
HTTP localhost 3000. Okay, how about now? It might be because it might not refresh on yours, because I'm the one who
Maybe, yeah. I don't
builds
know.
it, so I'm not sure if that will work, but it works in Pack Starter,
Okay.
because I've done that. It works on everyone. So, where's our mushroom? We got something here. See,
I
Julia?
changed solid to groove to give it dimension on the border.
Yeah, I can see. Looks nice, I would say. Yeah, I don't mind it. Definitely nice. Now there is a weird thing, I would say.
Which one?
How do we do spots?
Dots.
Yeah, spots like dots or bigger circles.
Afters? After, before.
Yeah, but
then
how exactly do we
coming,
do them in the after?
Yeah.
So I think like to keep position on top.
Okay, position is okay. Position relative. Okay, this is relative. And then we can do an ampersand before. And we need content. Width, let's give it 100 pixels. Height, 100 pixels.
Are you doing it? What exactly are you doing there?
I'm lazy.
What?
I switched them until I didn't type any character, but I fixed it without typing any character.
Okay.
I was like, Alba Negra, Alba Negra. Yeah, so we got this. And let's give it a background of white and BGC white. And we should see nothing because we didn't do position absolute
Yeah.
and inset 0, 0, 0, 0. Yay, we got a
Something.
square.
It's too big, I think.
A square.
We should give the
Background radius.
50% to make it a circle.
It's not background radius, border. Come again?
No, I said to give 30% to make it a circle
Okay,
from
40 pixels.
the square.
And let's do inset here, maybe 100 pixels. Where did it go? I think it's to down 50. Yes. And then here 50.
Hey.
No, I think this is left. If that is left, this is right. Well, if that is right, this is left. I was thinking of them and it came out my mouth in a totally different way. See? So
I'm not sure.
we
Just
got a
sec.
spot. We got a mushroom with a spot. Looks like a worm that died. So how do we do more spots? Because we could do, let's say, like this. We could do after, right? And now both of them are in the same place. However, we can also duplicate this bit over here because I'm lazy. So then just remove what's different and keep what's common. So let's say they have the same color. Let's say they're both round. Both need position absolute. So this remains. We could leave the same width and height. However, we could also change the width and height because maybe there are different spots. So this would change and this wouldn't. Okay. Which means we can remove everything from here and then move this one outside, inside this one, and remove before. and duplicate it again. And now have fun with before and do 20 with 20 with maybe 60 and 150. And now we got 2 spots. Or it looks like one that it's working. Or has a robot with two different sized eyes. Right? It looks like it. How do we do more of them? Because now we run out of before and after. We only have one before and only one after. We could put another thing inside it, another div, and that one will have a before and after. And if we need 10, we put 5 divs, and each div has a before and an after, right? That will be
And
a
for each div should be a class or an ID to make a difference between the divs.
yeah, probably. We could do that, or something else. And what I'm thinking is to find out how to do a background, a multiple background with, let's say, multiple background.
The background that repeats as
Yes.
little icons.
So all you have to do is add one more background, then you can have multiple backgrounds for the same element. However, I'm looking to not just having a background with a size. And no, let me try something. I think I got it. So the idea is to have a background that has a size. So even if the element is quite big, you define the size of the background and also the position, just like we did earlier. We just did this earlier, so now I can wow, that's nice. So
Yeah.
we just did this earlier, but we did with before and after, right? So maybe we can move this this thing that we draw like a circle, right, inside the background. And an easy way for you to visualize something similar would be probably to look for CSS circle or disk. CSS circle background pattern. Let's see what we got here. See something similar to this. What I'm interested in is not necessarily in this particular background pattern. I'm just interested into creating this round circle, because earlier we created it with a div that we added a background border radius, right, of 50%.
Yeah.
However, this time it's a background. It's no longer the same technique with border radius. So as far as I can see, I got background image here, and it says radial gradient. So radial means like round somehow in my mind. I don't know if that's exactly the meaning. Somebody who knows even better can help us, but that's what I see here. Because when I see it in radians, it must be something related to a circle, right? Or something that's round. Then we got, not entirely sure, this looks like 2-1-2-1. It's a gray color, so it's probably this thing that looks like a black, but it's like a very dark gray, and it says 20%. Probably this is where the color starts, and then or if it skips 0, it means it starts at 0 with this, it ends at 20% with this, and then from 20% there will be transparent, and if it skips 100%, it means the 100% will be transparent. So it's like, I believe what they're trying to do here is something like this. See, there's a lot of transparency for each square, right? And then in the middle there is like this dot, because it's a radial gradient, right? I think this is the trick that they used to create this radial gradient. You do a gradient in the center, and you add transparency in the edges, margins, whatever, and yeah, it looks quite nice, I would say. Shall we try it? Background image radial gradient. This is what we need to remember. And if you're a starter and you don't know those ones, basically Alt-Tab alt tab, background image, radial gradient, background image, radial gradient, or repeat it. Background image, radial gradient, background image, radial gradient, background image, radial gradient. I don't know what works for you. Just make sure that somehow you get this info from here and you try it over here. So where do we try it? We need to try it anywhere, in a before or an after, or directly in the background. Even better. So I'll comment this one out for the moment. And we should see in our mushroom. Oh, got different patterns.
Yeah, trying to make it look more like a.
So now the eyes are gone, right?
Yeah.
And let's do B background, right? Background color, background image, not color. Background image. And this would be radial gradient. And then we need a start and an end, and probably something in between them. And I would say this one needs to repeat. So how about like that? And then we select this and remove them, and now we got multiple radial gradients, right? Okay, so the start would be white 20%. Sometimes I mix those ones, like 20% with white or white with 20%. If it doesn't work, just swap them. If you don't remember exactly. And that's what I'm doing now. If it works, it works. If not, I swap them and I write them right. And then transparent 20%. I don't like 2020 because here they use 2020 and I'm gonna do 25. At least a change, right? And now this start and end shouldn't be anymore because they don't really exist. Okay, so all of them are in one place. And it's radial gradient. Why is it shaped like that anyway? It's because it's taking the shape of those ones, or am I influencing somehow? 50. No. Maybe I can work with this radial gradient somehow and control it. Okay. So apparently you have to pass a shape to it, probably. Did we see anything like this here? No. But anyway. We can get more about radial gradient on W3 Schools or some other resource. So far, I think our mushroom is looking better in terms of we managed to redraw the dot. That's what we've done. So apparently even 25% it's different. However, it's a bit too much for me. So let's do 15. And we got smaller shapes, maybe let's do 10. Even smaller ones. Okay. So now the idea is, since we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backgrounds, 5 background images, we can do BGP, background position, and let's do here 50 pixels, that's on X, I think, and Y would be maybe 70 pixels, then 25 pixel and 80 pixels, then 40 pixels and 150 pixels. I'm just playing with numbers here. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm picturing something inside my head, and it's not like they'll be there. They'll be somewhere. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more. 22 pixels and 180 pixels and 64 pixels and I forgot a comma here. And another one, the last one, 88 pixels, whatever. beam. Oh, they look like a disease.
Okay.
Okay, let's play with them. Julia, play with the first one, right? I'll play with more of them in a moment. Just a second. Let me see if I can do something fun here. Okay, if I do this and then I go to the end of each line and I just add a slash star, yeah, and I do he, who, na, he, ha, hu, na. It's not what I was expecting. Or almost, I would say. It's not bad either. So, Yulia, which one do you want to change now? You got 50 pixels, 70 pixels. Pick one and change it because they look like a disease.
To me, they are like all on the same row. I just pick one random.
Pick one and that's it. I'll pick the top one then. 150. No. 150. 350. Okay. 150. 150. 50. Ah, that's the X or Y. 170. 70.
There you go.
It looks kinda more like a floor.
Really, I think this is not the best way. Let's explore a different one. Okay? I will right click here and inspect because it looks like a guessing mess game. You have to guess if you're right or not wrong while somebody else tries to do the same. So I think there's a better way. Look, I'm going to inspect and click on this element and then go inside here. You can see radial gradient, whatever, and then and position. See, so now if I play with this one directly, oh, even easier. See, you can see it, and yay! Come on, see, it's easier like this, right? So where do you want this one, Julia? Up, down, left, right? This white dot, where do you want it to be put?
Left.
More?
Just like that, a bit more to the left.
Wow, both are going both of them at the same time? Ah, maybe it's because of the background,
I
because
only
it
can
repeats.
see one. Yeah, I might be.
Okay. Somehow it looks like a chess.
It seems like it's drunk. It's like left, right. Oh my god! In front, left, right.
Yeah. If we need more, we can add more. However, if we take all this value from the browser and we add it here.
It looks like a bread, like slices in a bread to the diagonal ones.
Yeah. Well, we got a part of a mushroom. So it looks nice. Yay! Salut! Salut, Paul Daraban. Salut, Paul. Salut, Mihai.
One question. Do you have like a cable for like this?
Yeah, it should be here because I found it for you. Then I saved it for you there. I showed it to you for 2 weeks and then you forgot about it. And somewhere, Mariana, at some point it was there.
Remember the headset that you got me with the mic?
Yes.
The mic cable's like one of the cables is ripped out. You can still connect it, but it's like really, really laggy for the other person.
That's okay, Mariana. We'll figure it out. Cool. So we got this mushroom now. You got a, I would say.
I have a floor, but I don't like it, so I will change it soon.
Well, it doesn't have to be necessarily the perfect one.
Yeah, sure. But we got a floor at least.
This mushroom should also have like a body. So maybe this time we use a before and an after. And the body, Okay, okay.
Just a simple rectangle. But attached to it.
We'll see. So what do we have so far? This is red,
Very good. That's
Or-
a better floor.
green.
Is this the one that you're saying?
So it's way bigger and thicker.
Yeah, but I can't.
Okay, so we got those two here and before and after. And by the way, did anybody say overflow hidden here? No. Okay. That's cool. So far they're blue. We'll deal with them later. Them not being blue. However, let's do the after as 230 maybe. So you can see it's way bigger, right? And for this one, let's do maybe 120. So you can see, well, not there, here. One is like that, one is like that. Right? Good. For the one that's on top, maybe we can move it. And actually, let's move it from the browser. This on the blue one. Maybe like this. Then like this. So it's 92 with 110 pixels. Okay, and what else? Is there a radius here? Let's play with this radius. Okay, so maybe 15% instead of 50. Okay. Ooh, you got it 3D?
A little.
Okay, so now somehow you're on top of my thing. So where is yours? Okay. I'll do mine fixed. Yay, I'm on top of yours.
That's fine.
And by the way, since we are here, this one, the after should have, no, just the after should have z index -1. It doesn't work. Okay. And we have another one that's blue here. Let's move that color. There's a color somewhere. Here, color blue. Let's move it down and duplicate it and move it to the blue. Let's do green. Now I have two of them. Yellow. Yeah. So I'm planning to move this yellow now underneath here. Yes. Well, I've seen it, so it's here definitely. It's not like the other ones that aren't. This is. This exists. It looks more like a tree, but I'm not the best drawer in CSS. What happened? Did somebody messed with it again? Something changed over here, not sure. Maybe you saved it and it refreshed.
I think maybe.
Did you save it again?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, sorry. You're using the browser, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So almost there. And if we are to move this one over here as well, almost, we can have something like a shadow, right?
Paul Daraban said hi and asked you ce cursuri recomanzi pentru junior. Lucrez momentan ca junior WMS.
Paul, ce cursuri recomanzi ca junior? Nu recomand cursuri, recomand proiecte. Lucrează la proiecte. Cursurile sunt doar introducere. Nu te plătește nimeni pentru că faci cursuri. Te plătește pentru că poți să implementezi soluții și proiecte. Bine, te poate plăti prost cineva pentru că ai făcut cursul, dar nu știu dacă asta ți-e dorința ta când se poate mai mult să fii, nu știu, să-ți plătim mult mai puțin. Deci foarte multă practică bagă. Asta e recomandarea. Restul internetul de articol plin. Nu cred că ai nevoie de cursuri. Gândește la ceva ce vrei să faci și vezi cum te descurci în felul tău. Dacă n-ai nicio cunoștință, deloc, vezi că noi începem, probabil de mâine pe mâine sau de pe întâi, începem chiar de la zero când astăzi primele cuvinte și explicăm ce la HTML, explicăm ce la CSS, în felul meu de a explica, nu cum așa cum e în cărți cu definiții și cu nebunii, e felul meu de a le privi și ce folos au și cum să folosești de ele. Deci W Free Schools ar fi MDN, unde poți să afli despre HTML, despre CSS, despre JavaScript. Dar ține minte, e mai mult introducere. Vrei să faci practică. Orice e practică e bine pentru tine. Asta e recomandarea.
Also on YouTube, Timotei Dumitru. Hi Marian, nice to see you again. I like to see you in action. You amaze me all the time with your skills and passion towards front-end side.
Okay, Timotei, hello. How are you? Nice to see you again too. So, we got a mushroom. we can add more dots, right? We can place them differently. However, I think we have a good experience so far, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So now, let's see how we might be moving this. Hey, don't save it. So, if I'm to select not the main, where's my mushroom? This is my mushroom, right? Okay. So if I am to select this mushroom, which has a position of fixed so far and nothing for left, and I am to play with the left property, let's give it a 0 to start with, and then see if we are to let's say modify the left and increase it, it moves from the left to the right. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's add a transition here of 250 milliseconds. And we need 2 positions, right? And we can do here left is, and let's wrap this, or actually interpolate anyway, and give the function here, and take left, which would be by default 0, and we would return basically 0, not like that, not hard-coded, and pixels, something like this. However, we don't want 0, we want whatever left is, pixels. However, we don't want pixels, we want rem, so we divide it by 16. So I got a left now, and we got it in Hugo. So Hugo now can receive a left of
Is
0.
the floor better, like a floor, looking like a floor now? I think it's better, right?
Probably. And
You didn't see.
Julia, can you create a state here? Create a state to hold the value of left. And instead of hold, manage. Okay, so create a state to hold the value of left, and then you should start at 0 anyway because we have 0 here. And when we do this, then we can pass left instead of 0, right? Actually, are you writing something, Julia?
No,
Don't
I
do it.
stopped writing.
Don't do it. Let's pass left to Hugo. And just pass it here. And let's do, hey, Hugo default props equals left 0. Okay. So now I got Hugo, we got Hugo style, we got the index that exports Hugo. We export Hugo over here as well, and we make use of Hugo summary in app. And we should import Hugo from Hugo, but from here. Just a second.
I've done the index, but it didn't work, so that's why I didn't.
What do you mean it didn't work? It must work.
Oh.
Okay. because that was the point of the index.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we got Hugo, and let's just go into this app and do const left. That's what I was talking to you, Julia. Set left is use state, and it starts at 0. And now we can pass left here as well. As what property? We can name it left because it's received as left here. Right, a lot of lefts. However, you must and you should know how to start reading all of those ones. The idea is that we have a Hugo left, and we also can create a button, and with double T. You okay, Marian? Cool. Left, enter, and leave. Okay, and over here, let's add a click event. On click, come on, on click. And let's pass it an anonymous function and call set left with 0, and over here maybe 100. Okay. Yay. Maybe 1,000. Yay. 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 Well, something is working. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I would say it's fun. Right? Not 1,000, maybe 600. Beam, beam. Maria, we are getting closer anyway. I'm not sure exactly if this is what you imagined, but it's not bad either.
I mean, not really, but we must appreciate what we have, right?
Yeah. Well, definitely, I'm pretty sure there's some Cinderella here, but you know, what was the company that owns Cinderella?
The Disney?
Disney owns Cinderella, right? So it would be a company infringement to use Cinderella in the mushroom. Cool. Let's see.
What do you think about the floor? Is it a floor?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and it looks nice now.
No, what is the color? Is it that? Yeah, I put it.
You messed up my things again.
Yeah, like always.
Okay, where's the Hugo thing? Hugo style. And in Hugo style we had somewhere. I don't remember where. Here, the last one. Yay.
Oh, that's the point of that. Okay.
And I can also do a transform of scale and 0.85 or 90. 0.9. Okay. Not really. 0.7. Hey, smaller. So now, Julia, play around a bit with this code, and can you do it in the browser? By the way, do you know how to do it in the browser? You can inspect, for example, those ones. See? Basically, it's a div. And this div, I use some advanced CSS over here. Doesn't really matter. The idea is that you only have 3 places where you can look. So once you selected this div, you have before, you have after. So before it's the white, the yellow, let's say, bottom disk, oval disk. I wanted to use it more as a shadow or something that connects it with the earth. Then you got this like the body of the mushroom or the road, whatever it's called. And this one you can play with it in terms of maybe you wanna make it smaller. See, well, not that small. That's not the smaller part. This is the smaller part. Right. So maybe you wanna make it smaller, whatever. The idea is in those 3 ones, you could play with the width, right? With the height, you can play with anything, with where it sits and so on. And then with the after, and then with this one, to make it look more like a mushroom to you. Now, because you're at the start and you might have some trouble, I would recommend every time you play with a value, for example, the inset, for example, the height, try to, once you're happy with it, maybe you can play with two values at the same time, but try not to play with too many, because then you're going to lose track of them, which one you changed and so on. So if you play with only 1 to 2 values and you're happy with them with a change, then you copy the value, or at least you look at the value here, and then you update it here in the code, because if we don't save it, it doesn't work. I mean, it, upon refresh, or when Maria saves, you lose it. So, yeah.
Maria the killer.
Maria the code killer, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna be back to see what we do further. However,
I'm working on the doors now.
the doors. Oh, that's nice. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm taking a quick break to see if sleep has hit me or not, because I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes, and we need to stop this follow thing, right?
I can go there and stop it. Oh, okay.
It no longer follows me now.
Should I put it on?